All right, guys, today we are going to be reacting to Andrew Wilson is disappointed. And this girl who claims to be Orthodox Christian, dang, she's part of the OF Mafia? Man, this is crazy. Let's jump in.
You now have videos and photos of you out there of you having sex with another man. That's on the internet. Yeah, I don't think most traditional men and I don't think it would make you traditional to have that out there.
Yeah, no, I understand that sense, but I don't know.
Damn.
Okay, but so how do you reconcile it?
I mean, it just depends. I feel like everybody has like a different perspective on things, and I understand how it's not traditional. Like, my family definitely does not think it's traditional as well, and I get that. But I mean, I still want like a traditional lifestyle eventually. I'm not saying like right now.
Do you deserve it?
I believe everybody deserves something. Yeah, I think so.
You.
I wouldn't say I don't deserve it just because I do that.
Do you think a
No, see, this is what Brian messed up. When you ask him, Brian, do you deserve it? And she said, everybody deserves it. She just escaped. She knew the answer. Of course, no, she doesn't deserve it. But she's just why? Because if she said, I deserve it, she will sound arrogant. You see what I'm saying? But you didn't push back on that statement or that answer that she gave.
Traditional guy, whatever your view of that would be, do you think he deserves a non-traditional woman?
If that's what he wants.
Does he deserve it though?
Maybe. I don't know. I'm kind of confused. Can you like reframe that?
Well, it's like, so this idea of chivalry. So basically
Yes.
You're saying, well, I want a guy to be chivalrous. I want a gentleman. I want a guy to pay for first dates. Do you want a guy to open the car door for you?
Yes.
You want a guy to be a protector?
Yeah.
You want a guy to be a leader?
Yes.
Okay. I'm trying to think, what are some of the other like chivalrous things that are kind of minor that, I don't know, pull your chair out at the restaurant, but that's kind of like whatever. You want a guy to pay for the first dates. Would you, for the rest of the relationship, would you want him to continue like paying for dates and whatnot?
I mean, I wouldn't say every time, but for the most part.
For the most part,
in
but for
a
the first
sense
date,
of, like, a supportive
open the car
way.
door, be a gentleman, chivalrous.
Yeah,
What
of
about
course.
walking on the street? Do you want him to walk closer to the street where the cars are?
Yeah, of course.
okay.
I feel like that's just like
Yeah.
a gentleman thing to do.
Yeah, and so like, what would you say is the bare minimum when it comes to being traditional as a man?
Bare minimum as in like their actions.
Yeah, like paying for the first date a bare minimum.
Yeah, I would say so. Or
Opening
just
the car
maybe-
door, bare minimum.
Yeah, just in the way. It's not like they have to do that every time, but
Maybe not every time, but you would expect that when it comes to chivalry. Ignore that.
I'm sorry, can you say that one more time?
There you go.
Yeah. You would expect.
Yeah, she's not paying attention, guys.
You would expect that when it comes to chivalry. Ignore that.
I'm sorry, can you say that one more
There
time?
we go. See, that's. It's just when they start asking questions, you can feel the energy being drained of the room inside the
Yeah.
room.
You would expect that. Fair to say?
Yeah, I feel like that's just in a
Okay.
like the role they
So
have.
the bare minimum in terms of being a traditional woman would not be a sex worker.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
But you're a sex worker.
I mean, but in nowadays, I'm not just saying like in the present, but I feel like a lot of people do different jobs and you just kind of have to be accepting. And if I'm with someone
Why
and they accept, I'm not saying everyone has to be understanding, but if I'm with someone and we can communicate that. And if they don't accept my past, then I totally understand. I'm not going to hate someone because they're like, oh, I don't like your past. I don't want to be with you. I get it. I'm not going to change you or your perspective. But I don't think that someone should see me as less or not being able to be with I feel like I want a family eventually and I should be able to get that, and it shouldn't be like, oh, because she did this in the past she doesn't deserve that. I feel like everyone deserves something.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not making a claim about like having children or even finding a boyfriend, but it seems like the type of guy that you want, you're like, okay, well, he has to meet these traditional gender roles of paying for the first date, chivalry, being a protector, being a provider, all these like chivalrous gestures, but it's like you're not even bringing what would be the bare minimum of being a traditional woman, which is like, don't be a sex worker.
Is that like written, like a traditional woman wouldn't do that?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's written in a book. You might have heard of it. It's called the Bible.
Are you Christian?
Orthodox Christian.
Holy fuck.
Damn,
Okay, Andrew,
wow.
this one's yours. Go ahead.
But I'm not like practicing. That's just my family is.
You were just baptized Eastern Orthodox?
I was baptized, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So which church?
Where I was
Ethnic,
baptized in
Greek? Was it
Bulgaria.
Greek? Yeah, was it a Greek Orthodox church, Romanian, like what type?
Bulgarian.
Bulgarian Orthodox? Okay. yeah, okay, I understand. So you were just baptized into it, but you're not a practicing Orthodox Christian.
Damn, man.
Okay.
So sad.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty common when infants get baptized and then, sometimes they go off and be serial killers or whatever, right? Doesn't mean that they've actually practiced the faith. So,
I did grow up in America, so I kind of like, and I'm not saying that doesn't mean you can't practice it, but I feel like a lot of like the ideologies we had from like Bulgaria just kind of was like flushed away when I was like growing up.
Yeah, fine. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, of course, right. Not being able to be accountable of her degenerate behavior.
yeah, I mean, if you're into work, likely,
Yeah.
because that's a pretty traditional nation, right? Pretty traditional when it comes to gender roles and work and all of that. They tend to frown on it, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do. So,
Such
what do
a
you
shame.
like? What are your parents? They're practicing Orthodox Christians.
I mean, they don't, yeah,
I mean,
don't
they
know.
must be losing their mind about it.
just a little bit. Not
Yeah,
bad.
a little
Damn.
bit. Like your dad must just be going like, I feel terrible for you, but it's got to be hurting his heart pretty bad if he's a practicing Orthodox Christian that you're doing that.
I wouldn't say he's like practicing. That's just like, they were just born in Bulgaria, and then that was just kind of on them. But I don't think I've like never seen my parents like go to church or something like religiously.
Do they make the sign of the cross?
What?
Do they make the sign of the cross?
No,
No.
wow.
Then it's just don't practice. They don't practice
Yeah.
either.
This is the problem with this is the problem, man. This is the problem, guys. Parents think that kids should just know about God out of thin air. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. I do my cross. I do my cross all the time, man. It's like a coping mechanism, man. Seriously, guy. I'll do the cross when things get a little, tight. It just give me some kind of relief, man. Like, I'm not alone. Not even the cross, bro. Like, I'm a Catholic, so I do it like this, right? Orthodox Christian, they do it like this. That is so sad, man. Yeah, they think that the kids are going to just learn about God out of thin air. And this is where the boomers messed up, guys. This is where the boomers messed up. They thought because it was already in the culture that you born in this land or in any Christian nation, you automatically is going to believe in God. Such a shame.
Yeah, but they grew up in that traditional culture, though. They probably still hate the shit, right? Very conservative people.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. So, like, why don't you just quit then? You don't have to keep doing it. You can just, like, walk away.
No, I'm looking. I'm not doing it like in a sense because I love it, but I do have an exit
the
plan.
money.
It's kind of like a get in, get out, and like I know what I want to do.
Yeah,
Damn.
I mean, that's everybody's story. That's every
Yeah.
professional athlete's story. That's every, like, so there's only X amount of women who are on OF who make any significant amount of money ever, right? Most of them don't. And even if you're in that upper echelon of female creators who do, right? It's timed. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a political commentator. I can commentate on politics for the rest of my life. I don't age out of that, right? In fact, I age into it. The older I get, the better I get at it.
Yeah.
Right? But
better you get.
for OF and for things, work, things like that, there's a shelf life. Just like, being a boxer. By the time you're 30, 34, 35, you're basically done, right?
Yeah.
So it's like it's a terrible money strategy ultimately, and the reputational damage done is so brutal. I never understand
man.
the calculation
Sad,
that goes on in women's brains. It's like
Isn't the MILF category
it's a short
like
stint
one of the most
of high
popular?
Look at this. It's in the MILF category. One of the... You dummy, man. Like, how is that even an argument? And, of course, the devil has to jump in. Oh, man. This is a good example. You see how the devil just come in and start speaking in her ear because she's listening to Andrew?
it's a short stint.
Look. Give her like,
Population
hey,
goes
don't
on.
worry. You can just keep you keep pushing it. Like, we have something called the mail for the cougars. Like, no, you can keep doing this.
Women's brains. It's like
Isn't the
it's
MILF category
it's a short
like
stint
one of the most
high
popular
risk.
categories? Like if you're old
What's
and you're
that?
hot, then it's fine, right?
Yeah. Oh my God, you could do it till the day you die.
The older you get, the lower the
But think
echelon.
about,
No,
like,
but there's
just
always going to be
for, like-
Can
somebody
you
that
straighten your microphone? Like straighten
there's always
it?
going to be
Like this?
Yeah, that's
there's
good.
always
Okay,
going to be
cool. Sorry about
fans
that.
that like older women, and they could be big spenders. So
Don't
technically,
dispute it.
Yeah.
I'm not disputing this. I'm just saying that the older you get,
In general,
the
I see
lower
your
the-
point.
yeah.
But-
So anyway, the lower the threshold
Yeah.
of your success becomes.
The conversation just changed with these two.
Right, so it really is a
Dang,
window.
women
It's
hate each other.
It's
I
really
heard-
high risk.
dude, this is
mostly
crazy.
very low
This is crazy. Women hate each other, man.
reward, and ultimately, you're going to
Yep.
age out of it. And
You're stealing from your future self to have money now. It's the same with the bodybuilders. They get testosterone, you get big, you get what you want right now, but you're stealing years. Your future year for now is not worth it, man.
do you guys know the idea of easy money, easy come in, easy go out? Meaning, if you make a bunch of money quick
It's
and it's very low effort, you usually spend a bunch of money quick with very low effort, right? That's
what happens.
That's how it usually works. So
damn, that's crazy, man. This is a good example how Satan was just talking to the girl right here. You see, she's now looking to the side like, whatever, bro. No, that was Satan right there, man. We always talk about God and all that stuff, but we don't never talk about Satan. That demonic, ridiculous energy, man. I don't know. That's how I just see life, man. It's just easy to comprehend because at least I can see it more concrete than just try to figure out with the world life. No, there's God. There's God. There's Satan. You can see it, man. Just watch these preachers, preaching in downtown, and you will see a lot of the people. You start screaming, bro. That's just demons. It's just demons. It's the same here, man. It's just a different environment, but it's the same thing. She's listening to Andrew. The message is the message, how to call it, resonating. But as soon as it start resonating, Satan has to jump in and interrupt that. Because the girl over here, for those that are not Christian or whatever, right? When you play for the world, right? When you play for what is the meat, right? God is not your father anymore. This is the problem, right? It's Satan. The lust, the greediness. It's Satan. You're not building character doing this stuff, man. You're not building character. They give you the easy money. It's like a gangster or a drug dealer. It's easy money. But that's going to have their consequences because you're stealing from your future. Let me know what you guys think. I'll see you next one.